Love this song. I think I'm part werewolf. Welcome to some cards today. Hey, let me throw you guys around here for a second. I'm doing some good camera tricks. Let me see here if I can get this thing to stay right. Not cutting that one out. That's original. Alright. Got the Hangman here. Doing a little bit of this today. That means someone in weight of something. Did you know the original Hangman? A lot of people don't know this. But the original Hangman was from Judas. And there was 36 pieces of silver, coming out of his pocket. And it was for the price that he he went to throw it back at the priest and says, I don't want your 36 pieces of silver. I regret what I did. And the 36 pieces of silver laid at the entranceway of, their door to their temple. And Judas, unfortunately, hung himself. So, not trying to bring anybody down, but I think you should know the truth behind the Hangman. And I learned from a very good man called Manly P. Hall of what exactly happened with the Hangman. Nobody else, I don't think, could have had the history or story like he did. But nonetheless, see how the head is lightened? It has a time of enlightenment and a time of waiting for something. And I thought you all might like to know the history behind the Hangman, because a lot of people don't tell you that. Okay, what else we got here? Ooh, that's a good one. Watching those pentacles multiply. Look at that. You cannot beat that. That is a card of peace, status, and more importantly, inner peace. That bird is a signal and symbol of the peace that we need inside, that only God can give. And God is the God of prosperity and goodness. So, somebody's up there liking to look cute. How could she not? She's getting her little outing today. Oof. So, those right there means you fought long and hard. You've been through a battle, and it's going to be okay. Because you see his head's bandaged up and half of it's healing, so the worst is over, right? I think I have to remember that too. We all do. We are all on this planet together. This is a time of contemplating and peace and rest and thinking. Been through a little bit of a battle and ready to kind of take that rest and connect with God, the divine, This one really wanted to come out. Anybody else tries to tell you anything, this is the Six of Swords, moving away from bad and going into good. They're on the boat, they're sailing away. They're going on to calmer waters, where it's more peaceful. They even got the little guy there with them. Ooh. Death. Don't get afraid. One man's death is another man's awakening. And as we go from one world to the next, we are never dead. Christ taught us that death doesn't exist. But this is change, and not actually somebody's gonna die. That is not what death card always means. And this one, I think, is transformation of the soul. And that happens from within, and not a physical. So, ooh, the star, to rise up above, to go further than you thought was possible, and to keep the hope alive within, so you get to where you're originally supposed to go. That is really important down here. Judgment. And as a piece of us goes away in the past, a piece of us remains in the now. And it isn't just, one moment in time. It's many put together. So, gonna go on to a different deck here. And add some of these astral houses in here as well. Okay. Bridge. Successfully overcome a problem. That's got to be good. Bridge over troubled waters is a good old song. Butterfly. A change for the better. Leg, stepping into another experience, a new one, rather. That could mean anything, You could step into a new experience in your dreams at night, and it totally teach you what you need in your subconscious to know for the next day. Throne. Position of authority. Something maybe that you know, but other people's don't, that can help, let it never hinder. Oh, rainbow, the most difficult part of a situation is over. What do they say? Here comes the rain, but it's happier when we see that rainbow again. I like that part too. So we have some things that might mean something to the people that are watching this, since this reading is a Libra reading. October, that's where you were born. Or, could have been September, I guess, late, if you're one of those Libras. And success. Success in many different areas. Success in overcoming other people's opinions, or them not truly knowing who you are. Success in achievements of what you thought would happen and finally do. And love in life coming real to you. And elephant. A long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. Just like the elephant front. So. Those are always good cards. And this relationships or dealing with an older man. Could mean mom's, new boyfriend or husband, your brother-in-law could be older than you, anybody. Grandpa has something wise to say to you. That's what I always like to think. Is the elders, they always have something wise to say to us. Let's hope the children listen, right? This is one of our first Archangel cards that come out. Learn from challenges, relax, and trust. Archangel Jimriel. Seraphim Faustina. Be an ambassador of the earth. Build your bridge to source, which is God, Father of all lights. Archangel Aurora. Welcome new beginnings. Let the sun shine in your life. I think that speaks to a lot of us. We all need more sunshine in our life. Archangel Gabriel. Shimmer with diamond light. Express your creativity. Could be your artwork, could be your imagination, could be food that you create, could be music that you make. Be creative. Be full of love. We're meant to be full of that creative, loving energy. And get the peace and find the time and your mind to accomplish it. Make time for yourself. Sometimes, you have to. Archangel Amethyst. Purify your life with love. Prepare for something better. How could that not be good? Prepare for something better, you guys. Because something better is coming. I think we all know that on a deep spiritual level. And something really good is going to happen. And it's going to be way more intense than what we can imagine down here on Earth. It's not just, people call aliens something, but they're from another terra firma, right? They're all from down here, beyond the ice walls, as I'd like to say. Merkaba. Activation. Transcendence, ascendance. You're rising up. I think that's important. We all need to rise up. And love and hope and care for each other for the short time we're here, because we don't exist too long down here, my dear. So, yes. Merkaba, activation. As above, so below. See that arrow pointing up? Towards the heavens. See the other arrow pointing down? Towards the earth. As above, so below. That means on earth as it is in heaven, just like Jesus Christ said. That's what that means. So many people, if you're going to say Merkaba, you should know the true meaning of it and how Christ really wanted it presented. Throat chakra. Temple of Truth. Authenticity of your self-expression. which I think everybody should be authentic. Don't try to, put on a show for other people. Just be yourself. And if they don't love you for who you are, they're just not your spirit family, right? They're not for you. And if you have to work around them, get your bubble on like Bubble Boy. That's what I always like to think. Holy Grail. Inner discovery, finding sacredness. You are what you seek. You know how they say God dwells within you? Well, it's true. Your pineal gland, God looks out of, He sees and feels what you feel. The Holy Grail, to me, is that heaven from God within that looks out of you and gives you the moral standards to know what's right and wrong. So, these things are in our heart. And not just for a little long, but forever. Right? It's things that help the soul grow and never look back. Third eye activation. Inner vision. Seeing clearly. You think about that. You ever think like sometimes you go down a road and that road may not be the road you're meant to go down, and that third eye activates. I like to call it my guardian angels, but everybody looks at it different ways. They guard you and protect you, and also towards good things, good people you should meet as well. So, now this is a strange looking card, ain't it? Hathor, light codes, light immersion, full system upgrade, power recall. You might be recalling some strange parts of your past lives. People don't believe in past lives. Even the Jews in Jesus Christ's time knew that the disciples came up to him and said, who's going to be the two witnesses at the end of time? The two lampstands that come back. And if you don't know who the two lampstands are, they're the two disciples from God that come down and breathe the end of the earth upon it and they do so with ministering also to bring others to God. But the time of the earth is nigh, right? And the end is nigh, so we gotta collect all of our lives from our past lives, remember exactly what we're supposed to do in this one, not forget who God made us, and proceed with victory, knowing that it's already been won before this life began. Christ said, I knew you before God said, I knew you before you were born. And Jesus Christ said, it won't be easy on earth, but it'll be worth it once you get back home. Right? So, we live many lives to learn many lessons, to make us better in who we're supposed to become and who we were imagined by the Creator, by Source, the Holy One. So, I think that's a good card. Good card to have. Let's pull a few more out here. Angelic frequency. That's beautiful. Angels are here. You are safe and potent connection. Wow. That means you got some strong angels around you. And they're needing you to connect with them instead of just thinking you're human and that this is all there is and you have to lift up on higher levels to remember who you are truly before you came here. your life isn't very long here, so we have to remember we're an eternal being having a human experience. It isn't quite the other way around now, is it? We're all a little piece of God having a human experience down here, and to have a real human experience is to care for others and do the right thing, and it isn't coerced. It comes from the heart. It doesn't come from others pressuring you. It comes from within. It's something that you love and cherish to do because you care about others besides yourself, and that's a joy and that's a blessing, and that's sacred between you and God. What's this one say? Sword of light, divine protections, cords cut, breakthrough energy. I think that's what I was needing too. Needed some breakthrough energy so I can get that light. Get any kind of cords cut from negativity of our thoughts. The energy around us could be. It doesn't really matter what it is, but slice those cords because they're not good in your energy, they're not good in your thoughts. And this, Christ says, the light, the truth, the way. And he cuts the cords of darkness away. Yes, that's something I just had to tell you and say. That is a beautiful card. Can't help but to say that. That is so pretty. Cyrus, star blessings. Yes, proceed, be seen, push through. Talking to you. Whatever it is, be yourself. Don't change yourself for anybody. Unless it's for the good that you know that it can become. With God, be one. Right? So be yourself that's made from light and love. Who you truly are. From God above. Don't forget who you are. It's not just this lifetime, but many combined.